Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's his next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Oh my goodness, Bitcoin, what are you doing? You're just up and down like crazy. We're gonna talk about that, up and down moves, and how to trade it and what to do in today's episode. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe. Man, it's a bear market, right? And it's like lots of chop, lots of craziness happening, and it can be sometimes difficult and trying. You could always just wait it out, right? And just go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the right trade before I go. Or you could trade this chop. It's all up to you. It's all up to how you feel to when you're going into trades, but make sure that, you know, when you do trade this chop, right, understand that the losses that you come in, you should better make sure that, you know, it's a very small amount of money that you're using when you're going and trading. And that's the key thing to trade. Small amounts of money, right? Something that's not going to hurt you, so that you never ever get wrecked. Because that's the key thing here, right? Is to you know, not get wrecked, basically. Always come back tomorrow so you can play this game again. Okay, with that said, right, let's head over to the chart and take a look what we've got here. Well, in the last few hours, well, you know, Bitcoin, right, was dumping down and pumped up all the way to what, 30,600, right where there's some support here that long-term support that I've drawn. You can see it's right with that last last top here. You can see that this is some sort of topping pattern here, up here around the $30,500 or $600 level. So what does that mean? Well, you can see that that's turning into some sort of significance, so keep an eye on that. The lower bound, right, you can see that we're at the lower bound of $30,000. You see that we could always go a little bit lower, right, and head all the way to the trend line, but you know, right now we're stuck inside of this shorter range, which could mean that we're about to explode higher, because you can see the Bollinger Bands are tightening. Heading over to the 4-hour period, this is going to take a long time to tighten. It's going to take several days, so we still have more time for this thing to get to the apex before it has to make a decision, right? But you can see that we're creating a different type of triangle here, kind of inside the triangle, inside the pennant formation. We're creating a new type of pennant. So who knows? We're going to be having a little bit of a break, slightly higher to one side or the other, or slightly lower in a very short amount of time. As we can see, we're creating a new pattern here. So which way it breaks, we'll see. We'll see it in a short while. You can see that, hey, this is happening right now. It should be in the next couple of days. By the weekend, we should break this thing up to the top here, or down to the bottom down here. We'll see which way it breaks. Breaking down, I think we're probably going to see this thing probably break a little bit further down into the 29,500-ish area. So be prepared for that, and then probably bounce back up into this other larger pennant. So I don't see it breaking down just yet. I think it's too early for that, for Bitcoin to go, okay, that's it, we're gone, goodbye, 21,000, here we are. Too early for that, so don't expect it, right? Turning on the Rockin Brainer indicator, right, you can see, you know what, it's in this chop zone. It's not a good place to be using the Rockin Brainer unless your risk is significantly lower and you take profits right away. So in these trending ranging market. So it's stuck in a range, and it's going to stay in a range for a while. So make sure if you're using any kind of indicator that's not working very well during ranges, that you make sure that you limit your trades, and you limit the amount that you're willing to spend, right, so that you don't get burned. Okay, and if you're interested in the Rockin Brainer indicator, you can do so by heading over to payments.rockinbrainer.io to purchase your subscription of the Rockin Brainer. Okay, all right, let's one more thing. I'm going to be at Blockchain Economy in Istanbul in 48 days here. If you're interested, and in the description below, you will see right here, you'll see some basically 15% off of that event. So if you're interested in that event, you'll find the event inside the description right here. And yeah, make sure that you check it out. Also, if you want to trade, right, you can trade with Bybit or just buy Bitcoin, right? You don't have to trade. You can just buy Bitcoin by heading over to bybit.davincij15.com, right? Click on here, or femex.davincij15.com, and you can get a deposit bonus, very large deposit bonuses for each of those exchanges. And then there's other changes you could actually check out as well. Okay, with that said, let's head over to Ethereum and close it off. I'm going to make a quick video today. Sorry. I got a few things I got to do, and so yeah, I got a little bit caught up. No rant today, sorry. I'll try to get a rant out tomorrow. Okay, Ethereum. Wow, Ethereum looks like disastrous, but as I said before, right? Nothing's changed in the sense of this upward trend here on the indicator, whilst we have a downward trend on the prices. This shows strength that the market is not ready to dump yet. So I don't expect this particular resistance level here of a 17,000, sorry, I say 17,000 because I'm thinking about Bitcoin. $1,700 is not going to break. And I think we're going to turn around. And now you could say, oh, really? I'm going to put all of it right now. I think if you want to do that, don't do that now. Maybe wait for, if you want to bet, you shouldn't bet all of it, actually, right? Of course, right? But if you want to place your trade, I would suggest that one of these wicks here, whether it's this one, but a higher wick right up here, a break of this higher wick here is where you want to place your trade. Now, you could go, okay, well, the stop loss is all the way in there, Da Vinci. I don't want to do that. Yeah, well, you know what? Honestly, you could always drop your stop loss to like 4% or 2%, right? And there's your stop loss right there. The problem with that is that, Ethereum likes to wick you out a little bit, so you might want to expand your possibilities of loss of 3% or 4%, so that you don't get wicked out on a pump for Ethereum. So then that means your risk to reward ratio is a little bit higher, but that's okay. It takes you to $2,000, right? And then you could always move your stop to break even, since Ethereum is probably going to head up to this the $2,200 level, and so this is where you want to start taking all your profits up here. But you might want to move your risk to stop to break even here. Once we break above $1,920, then maybe move it down to 50%, right? Once it breaks above the top of this level of 2015 or whatever it is number there, and then you continue riding the rest up and seeing if you get lucky. So that's how I would suggest you trade it. You don't have to trade it exactly the way I tell you, but that's my suggestion. And yeah, so that's what I see coming through for Ethereum and Bitcoin. As we zoom in, right, you can see it's pretty much doing the exact same thing with Ethereum here. If you don't see it here, I'm going to draw it out for you, because it's clear that we're doing the exact same thing, pennant within a pennant, which will probably just create a small explosion in one direction or the other, and then probably just to the bottom or the top of the larger pennants that are available here before we actually see a decision being made on which direction it's going to go. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, a little brief episode for you guys. I have fun doing it, and I was, today I did a lot of interviews, and yeah, hopefully you'll see them coming out very shortly. They were amazing interviews. I love doing these podcasts and interviews. There's lots of fun. I always love watching the hosts when I tell them what I know, and their jaw drops. That's my favorite. So well, the next podcast that comes out, I'm gonna tell you what the jaw dropping moment was, and then you have to watch it. All right. Well, thanks for watching today's episode. Right. Remember, Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.